One down, two more to go this Thanksgiving. It's the coach. This is a special holiday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, it's a tradition that started back in 1966. Football in Dallas on this special Thursday. And this one's a rematch from Super Bowls 27 and 28 between the Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills. From our EA Sports family to yours, happy Thanksgiving. As we send things out to our commentators, the best in the biz, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of, sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. It's John Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The numbers for Antonio Brown in last week's ball game. 11 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Run for Pollard, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Playing zombie, huh?
Brought down by Eric Berry. A 4-yard pickup on the play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
This is Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over,
Sorry, Dawson's coming in.
it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Middle. Stop.
On first down, Allen. Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Alert! On 52. Hey, Charlie!
Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Now Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Hey, that QB's trapped. Kill.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Go 86.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He completes it to Bryant. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, Elliott. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
Oh, Prescott stripped. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 25 on 2nd down, Allen. And John Brown's got it complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Come on, QB, come on. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go, G.
First down, and they're going to throw without it. Flush to his right. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Watch the slant. Alert! Hey, Alpha! Hey, check. Mike 50.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
54, Mike. Check. Block 54.
Now Pollard. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, echo.
On third down, Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
He'll run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On third down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. John Brown now heading back onto the field as he gets set to go here. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Allen now from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So drive 1, they had the field goal. Drive 2, touchdown. And now here on drive 3, looks like they're going to have to punt.
At least they were finally able to reverse the trend, because giving up the field goal, then the touchdown, it's almost like they finally got to the offensive side of the ball and said, okay, we've got the system to shut you down.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. This, of course, the second of 3 games on this fine Thanksgiving Day. We had the Bears and Lions earlier, and after we're done here in Arlington, we shift east to Atlanta for the Saints and the Falcons' final game in the month of November. And a good one there with coverage at 8 Eastern time on EA Sports. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Milano coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They run the counter. Pollard. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Allen. This will be caught by Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They run the counter. Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Bravo!
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. 10th carry now for Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no 1st down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. On second down and 4, Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Give him 18 on that one, as the Bills are going to have a first down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got to
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives, they've ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long for Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. through the air first. Maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got an open man. It's Foster. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Allen will try again on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Check nickel. Mike 50.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the second time. .39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better, and that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. And that's Elliott, complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Prescott on 3rd and 2. A dump off to Elliott. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll throw again. Prescott looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll square off against the New York Jets. Then in the afternoon window,
we now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And on a bad return here, he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had to have time, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. They go to Elliott again. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Prescott now. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's Allen to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
54, Mike, 54. Check, walk 50. Hey, Steve 6. Hey, one set. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. In your face.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen eluding the pressure right. Open man here is Foster. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Mike 54. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. Turn.
Second down and goal. Allen, and that'll be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. and somehow incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. He'll return it from the 6. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Pollard. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
59-50. Hey, dude.
To the air, Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's caught inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage.
What?
But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here.
Oh, wow.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack, but see how they attack him here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Hauschka with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Pollard again. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Rolling to his right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Pollard going to try the right side. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Allen's throw is complete, and he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Allen now on first down. John Brown's got it, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Middle. Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Hey, Alpha.
Allen going to throw again. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing, Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Prescott yet again. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. First down, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on his last 7 straight passes. They run the counter. Elliott able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. They'll run it again with Yeldon. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Robert Quinn make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think the last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch 18, watch 18.
And again, it's Prescott. Caught by Cobb. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Prescott looks to throw on first. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To the air again, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Monday, 56. Hey, echo.
Allen from the gun on third down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Mike, 19. 56. Go. Mike's 50. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins. We go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This is taken at his 4. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on second down. Prescott, a dump off to Elliott. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Prescott now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. One last shot now for Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And down inside the 15 he goes.